What's going on, y'all? It's your man Ballican2 back here with another episode of BlackTop Shotters, where we bring you NFT, Top Shot, financial freedom, and a little bit of gaming news straight from the streets. And today I've been telling you guys I was going to do this for a while, but we are going to do a review of the Punks NFT. So if you have been following the story, basically Punks is a comic book company. And they produced this comic book NFT not even a whole year ago. And it was sold for 5.5 ETH. It took a while to sell out and is now selling for well over 5 ETH on the market. So, you know, pretty good returns on that if you got in early on that first initial launch. But essentially what's going on here is that you have a comic book that is now sold out and you can only purchase on the secondary market. But there are other ways to get involved in this Punks universe. And I'll just tell you, the Punks name comes from the 16 crypto punks that are backing this project. So we'll get into a little bit of that in a second. So they tell you, this is the first homepage, and you can also go to the Tokenomics, and it tells you a little bit about a breakdown of what happens when you mint, if you were to mint back then. We'll get up to speed, but basically you would mint a comic, okay? You would get one serial comic, you get one limited edition print comic, so you get an actual comic, and then 27 random people would receive, a giveaway of these various artists that would produce various renditions of the art. So this just goes to show you a little timeline of what's going on and where we are. So right now we're here. So the burn period is over. You might be saying, what is a burn period? So what can you do with this NFT once you got it? So this is one of the first ones to have some real good utility. And this is why I'm interested in it, because you have options. There's a little bit of game theory, plus there's some big plans for the future. So the two things you can do is you can either burn the comic. If you burn the comic, you get what's called a Founders DAO NFT, okay? What is the Founders DAO? It's proportional ownership over the Founders DAO, and we'll talk about what that is in a second. So it started off with about 600 plus ETH in the Founders DAO. This DAO basically allows you governance over it, and you can decide on fractionalization, individual item sales, buyouts, etc. So you are basically owning the company as well. So the burning window is now closed, and you can no longer burn it. But if you look down here, these are the 16 original crypto punks. And if you know anything about the crypto punks, they're pretty much the holy grail of NFTs. The floor price for these are like 100 something ETH at this point in time. So they started off the year probably 2 ETH. So they have exploded as well. But you have the comic and then various renditions, a Lost Robbie, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But if you did burn it, you got one Punks comic, issue number 1. If you burned it, you get one Founders DAO NFT, and we'll take a look at that, designed by this person, Fuck Render. And then you can also stake the comic. And what does that mean? You get 50% of the Punks tokens. Punks tokens are basically fractionalized versions of these crypto punks. So you get to own one of these crypto punks without actually having a crypto punk yourself. So a much easier way to get a share of the crypto punks. Okay. So it just says the punks represents a fractional ownership over the 16 crypto punks. That also has about 600 ETH. So it's going to be 50 million tokens out of 100 million in total will be distributed to those staking their Punks comic NFT over a 24-month period. So that's about to come up. It hasn't started yet, but pretty soon people will be able to stake their comic for Punks tokens. And it says here, Punks token holders will benefit from additional sales streams. So not only will the Founders DAO NFT, if you burn it, allow you access to some of the crypto punks, or fractional, amount of the crypto punks, but you can also earn a fractional amount of the crypto punks by staking your comic. That means just leaving it alone for 24 months, 2 years. Okay. So it says, the purchase of this Genesis original comic is the only way you can get involved in this. So it's still on the market, and remember that window for staking has not closed, although the burn period is over. But you can just go purchase a Founders DAO at this point off of OpenSea, so you don't have to worry about that. And they're going for about 2.5 ETH at this point. I'm even thinking about getting involved in that. So Founders DAO at inception. These are the items in the DAO. So the number 1 of 1 signed by the team, Lost Robbie, the Genesis Mint, the very first one of 10,000, and then some other art, plus 25%, like I said, of the CryptoPunks, okay, of all fractional punks tokens. And then they've added these various apes in there since it started. And then it's basically telling you that the Founders DAO will grow over time, and you can continue to benefit from it basically by staking or by getting a Founders DAO. So it just breaks down all that information here, tells you the same thing, okay, that we just talked about. And then obviously 25% is retained by Pixel Vault themselves, so that's the company themselves. So this is a way to decentralize a corporation that you can get involved in, an early way to do that. So this is some of the merchandise that they'll be selling. You will get, if you have done one of these things above, you get some, you get a cut of this. 25% for the DAO we talked about, 25% to Pixel Vault, and then the 50% to those staking. So pretty interesting. Then really quick, you've gone through tokenomics, you can meet the punks. These are the crypto punks that are owned, and this is the comic version of them. So remember, a comic was made based on these crypto punks, and that's what this punks comic issue number 1 is. So just showing you the characters, not too much depth, but these are the 16 crypto punks that are backing this entire project we talked about. So that's those guys and gals. And I think that's about it before we actually get to the reason why we came here today. So, MetaHero. What is a MetaHero? This is also another, project from Pixel Vault, which is the overarching company of punks. MetaHero Universe will eventually meet with these punks in a future comic that you'll be able to get. So initially, they released 10,000 versions of these MetaHeroes, and these are pictures of them that are flashing before your eyes right now. So these MetaHeroes were released. Once again, I don't remember their original sales price, but they're up to a floor of 3.1 ETH, and I think they might have been like around 0.5 when they started. Actually, you had to buy a mint pass, and this is the mint pass. If you had a comic, you had an opportunity to buy a mint pass. By burning the mint pass, you got to get a MetaHero. So that's how the MetaHeroes got onto the market. So I think it was 0.8 ETH originally to get a mint pass. And I'm trying to see if there was a price here, but I don't see it. I think it was like around 0.8 ETH or something like that. So you get a mint pass. If you held on to this mint pass, they would give you a random drawing for what was called a core, which are the 146 main identities that all these generative identities are made from. So the floor for those right now are about, I think, 50 ETH. So you can see just by holding this mint pass, you get into a random drawing for getting one of those. If you burn it, you can get lucky and get one of those cores as well, or you get a generative identity. So we talked about the floors on those right now. And the last thing we really want to talk about is, what happens now? You haven't been able to get in. You want to get involved. You see that all the public sales for everything have ended. And there's another way you can get involved right now. And it is through the Planet sale. There's a public Planet sale right now. Where this MetaHero Universe takes place, you could actually get you a planet in which a future video game will be, based upon this. So by minting a planet, you can get ownership over those planets and everything, all the resources and everything that happens on that planet. So it gives you a breakdown of the percent each planet owns of the planetary DAO. This is another way to gain access to, revenue. The Planet DAO token distribution, it breaks all that down for you. The public sale is going on right now. These are the prices. So Mercury is 5 ETH, and the cheapest is Neptune 4.5. Neptune and Uranus. Today is the last day now, so you're going to have to do it today or tomorrow in order to get you a planet. So they're going to start inhabiting Mercury first, and then on down to Pluto. And obviously, those who are in it first are going to reap the benefits from being able to sell their resources or gain revenue from the resources that they have on a particular planet. So what we are about to do right now is go ahead and mint another Saturn. Okay. Currently, we hold a Mars, which is sold out, as you can see. We hold a Saturn, hopefully 2 Saturns, which we're about to do, and a Neptune. Where's Neptune? Neptune here. So, these will also come, these planets are going to come with a free Jupiter, because as you can see, Jupiter has been blown up, and it's offline actually right now. So everybody who mints right now before the 31st ends gets a free Jupiter. Everybody who has a planet after the next snapshot gets a mint pass number 2 for each planet they hold. And each mint pass number 2 holds a sidekick, which are like lesser versions of the MetaHeroes you saw above. So more games will be coming down the line as to what happens with this mint pass number 2. So without any further ado, we just want to give you a nice introduction into the project, as well as why we're so excited. And that's because they've shown and proved that they can provide a good return on your investment, even though these are not investments. Okay, these are collectibles, but they have been shown to appreciate pretty rapidly, and also they have a good vision forward, and this has a lot of real world utility. So very excited. Play to earn, the staking, all of this is pretty interesting. So that's why I'm getting involved in the MetaHero Universe. There might be movies coming down the line. There might be Netflix specials, Hulu specials, who knows. But just wanted to bring this to y'all, and now we're going to go ahead and mint this Saturn, the black planet, the one with the 6-point star. And today happens to be Saturday, so it's the best day to do it. All right, so that was it. We just wanted to give y'all that. Once again, this is Ballican 2 back with another episode of BlackTop Shotters. We bring you NFT, NBA Top Shot, financial freedom, and a little bit of gaming news straight from the street. And as always, count it, and we will catch y'all on the rebound. Peace.